I know the portal opened up last week, and well, yep. I didn't get to finish the other readings because I was actually on mission and assignment, which is personal, so I can't really, won't give any details on here. But I had to make a trip last week to help out a friend, so that's what I did. Whoop, sorry guys, I'm trying to put this up here. Hang on. I know a bunch of us, excuse me, I gotta put this in here. A bunch of us who have been doing this thing of self-discovery, self-worth, understanding who we are in God, knowing what we're called to do, not fearing the consequences because there isn't anything wrong that you're doing, and understanding that I gotta figure out a way to set this up here, guys. Hold on. Yo, the collective here has been through a huge battle of the mind, the heart. Oh my gosh, hi Dust Walker. It's been a long time since I saw you. How are you doing? We've gone through a renovation of how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about others that we let around our world, how we've been diving deep. Yeah. Diving through, well, you got that Pisces Scorpio thing going on. Guess what I found out? I'm actually my progress chart of my ascendant's in Scorpio. I'm a Virgo moon now. 27, I think it's like 27 degrees Taurus sun. I'm almost going into Gemini in my progression now. Ooh, that's going to be fun. It's going to be real freaking fun. I'm wondering how the progression is going to work with I know. Wondering how that progression is going to work, considering my north node being in Gemini. I'm wondering how close that's going to get to the node actually getting on my north and south node axis. Because my north node, we all know, it's in Sag. South node's in Gemini, so there's some south node things that are going to probably be coming up. More of this stuff, and plus, having my Chiron return, dealing with them core, still dealing. I'm going to be dealing with Chiron for the next till 2026. So this isn't like a fast. I know. This isn't like Chiron isn't a fast moving energy. And I don't know, it feels like it's taken forever to go through Aries. I don't know, man. And it's only right now, it's still stuck. It's still in my 12 degrees, exact 12 degrees sun. So yeah, there's a lot of internal shifting and being retested on, dealing with the insecurities, which I am dealing very well with them. Now I'm dealing with other people who are projecting insecurities onto me. And Blue ain't having that shit. Not at all. Nah, I'm done. Either way, y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't what have I been saying? Yeah, I got on and did a bunch of readings for 2 days, and then I took a break, and then neediness, and I can't. Like, I've been that person before. So I know what it looks like. I've been codependent before, so I know how it feels. I had to break that. I had to get to find my relationship with myself and with my higher self and with the spirit within, and figure out I can't do this alone, and there is a higher power that is willing to help. So that's what I've been focusing on for the last year, was my own healing, my own self-esteem, dealing with my own, like, I really have, after all of this shit, relationship after which you all know about, especially you, Dustwalker, you've been on here. After dealing, I've come on, but as you saw, I have not done very many lives. This is like, I felt like coming on live today for a little bit. I've just been trying to get the things done around my house that I personally needed to do. So that I needed to do for a while, not just, willy-nilly. No, I need to do this shit for a while. All three of my cars are good now. There's just, like I said, it's like when you're on your grind, when you're on that track, the distractions, you don't want to be pulled away from what you're doing for no reason, especially people who are insecure in themselves that can't self-soothe for a fucking week. Like, on another note, I honestly think that this is why the universe, God, had caused us to be beyond the whole, world stage thing and the V, or should I say, the V, not but the virus, COV, Cove, 19. Many of us had to be isolated. God isolated us. Why do you think that was? I've come to figure out that it wasn't for our demise. It was for preparation. We were being prepared. And spending time with God and understanding there's a higher power at work here. How do I move with this? You figure out real quick what you'll tolerate from people and what you won't. So those of you who have figured out your self-worth, which is like people can sit there and say this is the Great Awakening, and it is. This hermit vibes. Yep. Exactly. And I really come to enjoy my alone time. Even when I was off doing what I was doing, helping a friend, I would still pull back my energy. I still had to go in private and just put my headphones on and pull back my energy. This is just a normal routine where I just sit with my intuition and hear what my gut has been telling me about certain situations. Whether it was helping with the situation that I was there for, or thinking about my own situations going on back here. Of course, I really don't like driving that much. I mean, I do enjoy it somewhat. I like traveling, but it was kind of an emergency trip, and this person needed me. And if someone's dealing with something that's hurtful, that I've been very close to for pretty much the remainder since I've had my channel in 2018, And this person never asked for help. I do not expect to have passive aggressive. Let me just tell you my little situation. I guess I'll just throw it out there. I don't expect passive aggressive behavior. Are we shocked? Is it still buffering? Well, either way, I don't expect people to have passive aggressive behavior when I'm actually out doing what I'm supposed to be doing first off as a friend. Second, mostly first off as a child of God, second off as a friend, and third, because it's what I'm called to do. And passive aggressive behavior coming across like, oh, I'm glad my girlfriend will never cheat. Motherfucker, you don't know me. Apparently. Not that I'm saying I would never. I've done shit like that in the past. And I know karma and consequences. I do. I get it. Apparently you don't know me. Not even close to like all my people on here. You spent one-on-one time with me, so that tells me 2, you don't have 0 discernment. 3, you don't have a relationship with God. That's very evident because you have no self-esteem. And I hope that was you on here and you clicked the fuck off. That's why I broke up with your ass. Said, Blue, don't play like that. So congrats to the 90, well, not 99. That's pretty much who's unawakened. The 9, why do I keep saying 9? To the 1% who actually is on this journey and actually had taken in all of the lessons and what you learned about karma, and you know what you put out, you get back. So if you're putting out rejection, guess what you're going to get back? You put out that you don't have faith in somebody, guess what you're going to get back? You're going to manifest that. That's better just cut it off. No trust, dude. I realize it's a form of gaslighting. First off, I mean, just whenever somebody says a statement and then says right with a question mark. Oh yeah, and that's one thing, you know. Guy's a very, 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 very nice person. He just has to get his emotions and self-esteem under control. I get it when you don't do work on yourself and you don't have the tools, even though they're all over the place, but still stuck in don't know God. Like, that's a deal breaker for me at this point. I guess I'm going to have to go back to church. I guess that's where I'm going to have to find a man. Because it sure as heck ain't, you know. I really don't want to go back to an organized building to actually date somebody. I really don't. Because you find religious spirits and demons there too. So discernment right now is huge. I really think that there's going to be an uptick. Remember, always trust your gut instincts. I don't know either. Yeah, I don't know. I told Mike last night, just call me the apostle. Well, I don't want to put myself in the category of one of the greatest apostles alive, but the fact he chose celibacy instead of being, that's where I'm at. I'd much rather be on purpose and mission and devote myself to God than doing this 3D matrixy relationship thing that isn't higher dimensional and they can't think. at a higher level or higher octave than what they freaking see in their, or what they've experienced. Like, I get it. Everybody has past trauma. Everybody has past triggers. We've worked on these things. I still get triggered a lot of times. However, a lot of times the anger isn't necessarily, I don't despise my exes. And I think I even said this on a past stream. It was like, what's the point of harboring hate and bitterness? It just stops you. So I don't have an issue with any of my exes. Not one of them. Like, let them go live their life. I wish them well. I hope they're happy. If I saw them around, I'd say hello. I have a few exes that I still can actually talk to on a friendship level. They're all either not wanting a relationship, which is cool, and or they're in another committed relationship, extremely committed. That makes people insecure when you still have people that, and there's, you guys all know, I have very few friends, and when I hear someone tell me that I can't do something because of their insecurity, that's their insecurity, their problem. They need to fucking fix themselves, right? Fix yourself. Shouldn't look to me for validation. I know that I'm a great energy source. I get that. I understand that. I'm like a freaking human generator. I know. Right, Jameson? So for those of you who have done the actual digging up of your soul and trying and refining yourself, I like being alone. People don't fucking understand this. People don't want to give space, and they don't respect boundaries. When I say I don't want to talk, it's nothing personal. If I wanted to talk, you'd see me on social media. Or I would text, or if I'm pulling back, there's a reason why. It's usually because God's dealing with something inside of myself that I need to listen to and discern, because the chatter out here is trying to be louder than what I know in here. And I've learned to trust myself. Like I said, I told Mike last night, I said, I consider myself like just the Apostle Paul. I don't care about it at this point. Partnerships are a distraction for me. I'm moving forward, full steam ahead. I have no time for games and insecurities of other people and the projections of that. Deal with your own insecurities. We're getting, like, the people who've done the work, I don't think it's too late for these people. I'm just not the best at, like, saying things nicely. I'm not. Like, I'm so freaking blunt. And that hurts people's feelings sometimes. And if I've hurt people's feelings because I've been so blunt, I apologize for that. Now, I don't try and trigger people, but I do. My security in who I am makes other people insecure with who they are because they don't have that. I know. They need to do the work on themselves by, first off, when somebody has, look, there's things in life that need done. I understand that. But we all should have goals to better ourselves internally. Not just externally, because what's in comes out. What's going on in here will come out here every time. And when you're dealing with someone like me, I will pick it apart. And I warn people, if you try and date me, guess what? I use everything as a tool and a lesson. Okay, Jamie, hang on. I'll let the cat out. Let the cat out of the bag. Hang on, Jameson. So, yeah, I do know that, of course I have not. Yeah, Jamie. I do know that I do come off harsh. I'm trying to work on that. Maybe when Venus and Mars are both in Virgo right now. Maybe once Venus gets up into her home sign of Libra, one of her home signs. Maybe when Venus gets there, I'll be feeling a lot. I don't know. All I know is I'm sick and tired of fighting with people about my time, my boundaries. This shouldn't be an issue. People need to get a fucking hobby. Or hobbies. Or a life. We had collective. Congratulations if you are happy with your own self and spending time with your own self. You don't sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm so bored, when there's 5 million things that you could do around your house. Right? Oh my God, I'm so lonely, which I have been lonely in the past. So I get that. I understand. When you're dealing with trying to figure out your life purpose and you're trying to figure out who you are. You have to sit with it. People cannot stand sitting with themselves. I love my own space. I don't know if I'll ever be able to live with a partner ever again. I don't know. They have to be extremely secure as a person. They have to be at least a little bit alpha. I need a leader and a protector, not someone who's going to be coming at me because they're insecure. We learned those same lessons, collective. We were those insecure people chasing after something that ran. Yeah. Well, my kid's here too, and she's not always here. So I do get a lot of alone time, and I like it. I like to sit back and I like to just listen to my intuition and let spirit lead to wherever I'm going in life. Whatever needs attended to at that time, I will. However, I don't just have YouTube. I have rentals. I have properties. I have vehicles. I have stuff that I have to maintain. I have five units that I have to maintain. So I don't have time for fucking shenanigans and bullshit at this point. I mean, a year or two ago, I was like, with the lockdown, I was like, screw it. I ain't doing shit. I was made for this. My little introvert self. And honestly, I'm technically supposed to be an extrovert. Look at my chart. Aries sun, which can be pretty independent, but a Libra rising, that's all about relationships. The Capricorn moon, that's about structure, relationships, and, being a leader. Well, how can you lead when someone's constantly pulling you back? Either figure it out yourself, learn how to self-soothe, Hi, Dara. How are you? Um, yeah. How do you like? I like relationships if they're in the context of, what's in the will of God for my life. I'm good. It's been a crazy few days, few weeks, few months, few years. And we're all like, congratulations to, like I said, to everybody who has done the work and is happy with who God has made them be inside, who's expanding their intuition, who has done the spiritual work on themselves so they're no longer codependent. They don't need a relationship. It should be the cherry on top, not a necessity. And that's how I look at relationships. If they're not bringing the cherry on the top, like that icing on the cake, then I don't need it because I got too much other stuff going on. And like, I get it. People say now's not a good time to make decisions. Well, oh well, I'll live with the consequences. I ain't dealing with no codependent people. Not after I've just got out of my own shit with dealing with the twin flame stuff, and you all know what I'm talking about. After I got out of dealing with all of that shit, I ain't dealing with any codependency with anybody. Like, if it's not balanced, Libra scales, if it's not balanced, like, you got to be at my level at this point. And I don't see yeah, I remember that Lionsgate. I remember that Lionsgate. In 2018. That was so intense. Because I think it was like Lionsgate, and was there eclipse going on at that point too? Close to the degree. Yeah. It was intense. And then it ended up moving into Capricorn and Cancer, and it got more intense because that's my pool, Ooh. There's a synchronicity. So how are you all doing? How are you all holding up? I know I kind of look like hell. I don't care. Not really. Today was just kind of a lazy day. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've been kind of emotional. Which I heard other people were saying the same thing. I think it's because Jupiter's retrograding close to my Mercury. I don't know. I was in a relationship. Well, I think that all of us Earth angels are sent into people's lives for a reason. What I can't do, what I know that I'm supposed to do is point them in the direction that'll help get them out of their repetitive cycle and say, this is the issue you're dealing with, and it's not my problem. Deal with it on your own. Well, and that's where we have to be like, look, do you want to stay in that past energy? What can you do? So actually, I was going to name this, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the fucker drink, is what I was going to say. That was going to be the title of this. We cannot control other people, and other people should not be controlling you. This is taking your power back. And when you don't let other people control you through manipulation tactics or projection or any of that other stuff they're trying to box you in with, well, I mean, it sucks. I mean, my goodness, my masculine's sitting in freaking prison. There is nothing. God's like, there's no way. That's how bad God wanted me away from that energy. A reverse King of Swords is the biggest manipulator you will ever find. Pretty close, especially. Yeah, I can't. The sword cards, they will fuck your mind up. That's that Aquarius energy. Scramble your brain. I think most of them suck. Anything that's really in reverse, unless ooh. Well, I know the Scorpio person has been going through it. In jail. I'm sure it's not easy on him. My heart goes out to him. My heart goes out to everybody that I've ever dated because I saw their insecurities and I tried to fix them. There's no more fixing people. We can't fix anybody. We have to let go and release, whether we think they're a twin flame or not. I honestly think that is the whole lesson of the twin flame thing, is letting go and letting God do what God has to do in people's lives. When you learn how to let go and trust God with that person instead of try to control them, because most of us can say, thumbs it up. We've tried to be controlling too. And we had to learn how we were controlling and to stop doing that. So we had to learn to be happy with ourselves and get that relationship with God and the Holy Spirit. Like, we had to learn this. And people had like a year off. They really did. They even longer time. Some people still haven't returned back to work from. They should have taken that time to work on themselves. And I've said this from day one of the CVID stuff. Like, for real. Get in your spirituality. Start talking to God. Start asking God what's going on. Start your relationship. Get into the scripture. Get into astrology. Get a freaking hobby. Do you know how many divorces happen because of that? Because of that? Like, how many lawyers right now are making big bucks because of freaking people just programmed to stay in their 3D life and think that this is how women want to be treated. Passive aggressively. And there ain't no, like, towering over, like, ain't no man. First off, ain't nobody control me. You can ask any of my exes. They might have tried to mind control me. But if I wanted to fucking do something, I'm gonna do it and I ain't asking for permission. The only person who guides me is myself and God. We got a connection. I was that emperor in reverse before. I know. So like I said, I don't even despise anybody that I dated. Yeah, like spoiled milk. And it was a lot of insecurities. I can't deal with an insecure person, let alone an insecure partner. I've had that with a Gemini before. That person was so insecure. Like, I saw that happen. Where are you at? Where are you? What time will you be back? When can I come over? When can I do? First off, if I want somebody to come over, I'll ask. Or I'll give an invitation. Or I'll say, sure. But if someone tries to dominate and say, I'll be there, blah, blah, so and so what day, and I'm like, no, wait a minute. What? I think the fuck not. Not after you just tried to cause a fight. While I was off helping someone else. No, I don't play those games. Some people got to get a grip, man. They got to get a grip on themselves. They got to get a grip on their own freaking life. Get a hobby, and I don't mean drinking and doing self-destructive things. I'm talking about building up the inside of yourself, realizing who God has created you to be, but you have to have a relationship with God first to figure that out. So, some people have a superficial relationship with God. They don't got a personal one. Not too many people, and that's due to pride. That's due to pride. When they can't control somebody, they act like a little bitch. And I'm the last bitch. You should have known this from the beginning. Dude, I showed dude video. Like, I don't have anything bad to say except for he's insecure. And that's it. And I can't deal with that. That's not my forte. God didn't create me for an insecure man. He created me for a leader. If I'm to partner with anybody, it's to be with somebody who can lead, not somebody who is stuck up my ass. But I'm not saying that having positive reinforcement and attention isn't good. But when you're looking for validation, when you're looking for external people to validate you, I stopped. You know how, like, when people were like, they'll say something to you hoping to get a positive, well, this can even be females. Oh, I really like your outfit. Those shoes are so cute. They're expecting in return, and you know this because you can feel it internally. They're expecting you in return to be like, oh, wow, your outfit's cute too. Where'd you get those shoes? Exactly. Fishing. Just like, oh, I'm so glad, I'm up helping a friend and dealing with some stuff, and oh, I'm so glad I have, and this has come out this person's mouth of 5 or 6 times just because I'm still friends with my Capricorn ex. Absolutely, he did send me some propositioning, but he didn't know I was in a relationship, and I told him I was in a relationship, and then he was like, oh, I'm sorry, and he backed off. However, he did say that he had a book about my great 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 grandfather that he would like for me to be able to read. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, it all came out while I was at my friend's house in Connecticut. Why he said that? Because I called him the fuck out. And it shouldn't have happened there. He should be fucking ashamed of himself. Sitting there saying, well, I'm really glad that my girlfriend won't cheat, right? And he made that statement for like a week consecutively. And finally, I blew the fuck up. It's like, look, dude, if you don't trust me, delete me. Like, that's just the bottom line. And then, because of that manipulation out the fucking wazoo, thank you for calling it out. And when you need somebody's approval for everything, or Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this is why. One of the things that I promise my parents is until I know somebody's worth their salt, I'm not bringing anybody around. I'm not saying this guy wasn't good to me. I'm not saying that he wasn't a gentleman. I'm not, well, for the most part, he did not respect my boundaries, was the problem. And the manipulation was out the wazoo. He always wanted to be up my ass. Probably. He never talked about it. He never, well, unless I asked. Because you want to know what? I could tell there was this sadness in him that he didn't want to talk about. I could feel it. And I said, you want to know what? A less kinder person would have taken everything that you've done, because I actually did appreciate everything he did. And I still do. Thank you, dude, because I know you're going to watch this. Thank you for everything that you've helped me with. I do appreciate that. And I care about you. I care about your soul more, though. Get a relationship with God, like I said in the text, please. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I did everything in my life perfect. The last thing I want to do is create any long-standing karma with those type of people who are fishing for compliments and then, passively aggressively basically accusing you of things and then expecting for reassurance. Like, that's basic. I don't even want to bring the fucking shit up because it's been almost everybody. Like, I get it. We were codependent at one point too. We had to learn to depend on ourselves and on God. That's it. That's all we had. We had no other people to depend on during this. And I know for a fact it's why Aries, that Uranus cycle going through Aries, everybody's first house got rocked who was in the spiritual community. We went through it first. I know. And that's one of the things that I also tried to say. I took my celibacy extremely, that was important to me. And I'm going to admit, I did. We had a connection. He's a double Sag. I never thought I would see a double Sag act so insecure in my life. I never did. I never knew one. I never knew a Sag sun and moon be so fucking insecure ever in my life. So that goes to show you, not one size fits all. Not one size fits all. Most Sages I know are free spirited. They're that, or that's at least what they're supposed to be anyway. It's those Cancer risings. Yep. Think they're slick. Not with me. Not with anybody with any ounce of intuition. You might get away with it from 99% of the fucking population, but they don't get away with it with us. Well, I don't want to clap back. I don't have no ill will toward him. I just can't be surrounded by that. I can't. And like I said, my energy does not lie. Like, well, I can tell. I don't want to be mean. I'm like, God, please help me not rip this person a new asshole. Please, 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 please. Help me control my mouth. And it just all came flooding out when he started his shit again. Yep. Well, I tried to put that boundary up. But we all know how Aries like sex. Not gonna lie. And I took my celibacy extremely important. And then when I felt bad about it, I was like, I'm sorry, God. Like, and there was zero respect for those boundaries. He considered trying to touch me, and when I didn't want to be touched, and then wonders why I don't want to spend time with him. Because I didn't want it on a physical. I wanted it on a friendship first. But dummy me, my fault. I gave in a few times. Well, everybody's gone crazy now. The whole flipping world. It's mad crazy. I know. And the thing is it was one of those things where I know what God told me. I know God said, wait till you're married, or wait till I bring you in the right person. But y'all know how Saggies are. Y'all know. And like I said, this person did do, dude, I mean, I'm sure other people have freaking manipulated the shit out of this guy. So it was learned behavior. Because he is very kind and generous, and I feel the same way. And I personally really don't like to be accused of things, because then when you're going to accuse me, I'm just going to walk the fuck away. That means if there's no trust, there's no relationship. And all the times that we've talked and all the times that we spent texting was a waste of my fucking time. Thank you for wasting more time. Just to get an insecure. You know, I've come to find that when you're honest with people, they don't want to know the truth. So what do? When you're honest with people and say, hey, this person tried, but I let them know I was in a relationship. They get jealous and insecure. Look, like, I don't know what the right thing to do is. Like, do you just hide everything and keep it a secret like most of the world does, so that you can possibly not hurt someone's fucking and touch their trigger insecurity? Like, what do you do? So congratulations on us who've worked on ourselves, and we can be alone and be happy. We don't say we're bored. We don't say, we don't ask for much, because most of the time we pretty much have been used to this. We've relied on God. I wish the rest of the world would get the damn memo, not just 1% of the population. So, I mean, I really think, like, we're a dime a dozen, guys. We are like 1%. Yeah, I was too. Until Pluto went into Capricorn, and then all hell broke loose. And Uranus went into Aries in 2012, and then Saturn, good old Saturn. There's a bunch of squares going on all over the place and cardinal signs, and we all had to figure this shit out first. Because you were either being opposed by Uranus, doggone it. If you're a Libra, if you're a Cancer, you were being squared by Uranus and opposed by Pluto. Aries was getting squared by Pluto. Libra was getting squared by Pluto, and like, the cardinal signs went through hell. Okay, they did. We went through this first. We're the starters. So guess what? It has to start with us. Hmm? We had to go through this first. I mean, the one thing I noticed, I'm going to tell you what, and I know that Dust Walker on here, she's a Pisces. Pisces are being blessed beyond imagination right now. Like, I'm not even joking. If Pisces gets into their creative energy and actually outputs and expends their energy on the creative, innovative ideas that they have, especially when it comes to music, any kind of speaking, drawing. Yo, I'm telling you, you guys are being blessed with with Jupiter there. Jupiter dipped in, but it's coming back through for your sign. You guys got Neptune there, man. Come on. Like, I'm so proud of the Pisces that I've saw come out and blossom. It's been hard for Pisces because they knew this shit. I knew that they knew this shit. Everybody called him delusional. They knew about the spirit realm since they were interjected into this mundane piece of shit 3D Earth dimension. They don't like it here. I understand, but now they're going to try and make the best of it, I hope. Y'all have a very, very, very important purpose. There's not many Pisces in this world. I haven't really checked the population of zodiac signs, but I'm pretty sure Pisces they're not many. I would see stuff, but then I get gaslit and was told to watch Scooby-Doo and realized that ghosts aren't real and it was just men behind a mask. That was my training when it came to nightmares. Here, just watch Scooby-Doo so you know the stuff it's not real. Because that's what our parents were told, even though they had supernatural experiences too. And our grandparents were more open to it for some reason. My grandmother was, when I would talk to her about some stuff. My grandfather was Pisces. They actually had a very nasty energy when they lived out on a farmhouse. Like, they saw half of a man walking, like, and my great grandmother, Node, she knew when her son was killed in Germany during World War II. She knew before, because back then during that they got telegrams and they ended up having, the military would show up and give them the notice. My grandmother knew the night it happened. Yep. So, like, I know where my intuitive gifts lie. I don't know if my grandma Node was an RH negative. I don't know. I do know there was RH negative on my mom's side. Actually, I found out my Scorpio son's RH negative too. What's it with you Scorpios and being RH negative? Yeah, and I'm not. Everybody thinks I am, but I'm not. I did have a vanishing twin that maybe very well could have been. My sister's RH negative. I'm not. Believe it or not, I'm AB positive. I know. I may be positive. O positive. Oh, you're the universal. Universal blood type. B negative. Mama's A negative. So is my son. My sister is too. Don't ask me how the hell I got AB positive. Probably from my pops. So how in the hell I even survived in the womb, I don't know. My sister's older than me. I don't know how that works. So, not to mention, I did have a vanishing twin that did not survive. So, like I said, my vanishing twin very well could have been on. I don't know. I know I'm an Aries. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I'm meant to be an independent. I'm not meant to be confined in a damn box. Even though I think this is probably, thank you, Dustwalker. I think this is probably one of the hardest things is like, with dealing with my own natal chart. And it is a big square. So, like, anytime I feel any kind of pressure being confined or being put on me by anything outside that, it's not my issue. That's why I blow. Because people need to learn to, the 99% of the freaking population needs to learn how to not be passive aggressive, be straight to the fucking point. Because I knew what that person was getting at anyway. And, deal with your insecurities, because we all want a decent relationship. Well, actually, you would have been impressed. My friend who needed help was an Aquarius, and she had to say not more than 2 sentences, and I'm like, do I need to fucking come up there? She's like, I hate to say yes. I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. I made arrangements. Within 3 hours, I was on the road. I got everything done I needed to do pretty well. Made arrangements for my animals, even though now I don't even want to get into that. But made arrangements for my animals, and I went to help a friend in need that was hurting. That was the whole freaking point. And then I get berated when I'm there. And I'm like, oh, fuck, no. And I had to sit and ponder it for a little bit and be like, what was that? Oh, I wanted to ruin my trip. Because that's what these type of people like to do. Who are insecure and can't self-soothe and don't have no fucking hobbies and make their whole life revolve around you. To confine you and put you in a damn box. Don't do that to an Aries. Actually, don't do that to anybody. Don't do that to anybody. It's manipulative. Just because you're afraid of losing that's a sure sign you will lose somebody. Someone feels freaking choked out. Some people might be into that whole thing. But don't do that. I don't just have little Aries energy. I got big Aries energy. I have Jupiter there. I'll explode on a motherfucker. And then I have Pluto on the opposite extreme of all of that in the 12th house. I'll call fucking fire down on that shit and annihilate it like that. I'm not saying, well, sometimes it does happen, but I'm saying metaphorically. Call fire down on that ass. Burn the whole damn thing down. You want to know what? I found out that I am a Scorpio rising at this point. When I did look at my solar arc progression. Oh, Dust Walker. Yeah, I figured you would be. My solar arc progression, I still got Jupiter and Aries. Chiron hasn't fucking moved. I am 27 degrees progressed Taurus, Scorpio rising, and a Virgo moon. So come at me at this point. That's my progress chart. I got the magic. And you know, it's funny because it's funny. Oh, she definitely is a master of, yeah. It's very interesting because, like I said, there's not many Pisces out there. And I have had some amazing conversations, you know, esoterically with Pisces. For me, they seem like, and Aquarius, I got to give them that too. That the concepts that I was thinking of, there were like, we can actually bounce things off of each other and they understand exactly what I'm talking about. I try and talk about this stuff with any, you know, other people in the spiritual community. They kind of, they get it, but not to the degree of a Pisces or an Aquarius for me. Those two signs are just so above the rest. And I don't understand how I guess I think one of the things is, you know, because of doing what I do and taking time, a lot of time to myself in prayer, meditation with God, and asking for my gifts to be expanded and all of that, it's helped me to understand the way all the zodiac signs are. And the concepts that a Pisces or an Aquarius can come up with could be so foreign to other people, but when they talk to me, like, I get it. I understand it. And I found it very strange, like being like, a lot of people say that I come off extremely scorpionic. I'm like, yeah, because I carry that tower energy. That tower energy is strategically placed opposing Jupiter in my chart. I can create big booms and big endings. And I'm really trying not to do that. Like, I'm trying to just, but I can create that if I choose to, and I'm not choosing to do that. It's just, I just want people to get self-respect. And that's one of the things that I had said. Like, look, like, first off, get a relationship with God. Don't look for me to like be massaging your ego, because I'm the last motherfucker that's going to do that at this point. Like, why people think that they're going to get an ego kick unless I really, really, really know that person, known them well, or I know they're fishing for compliments. I'm going to withhold because I know what they're doing. It's manipulation. So I just won't do it. Is that mean? Not feeding into that? I don't know. It's usually the way it works. Dara, I haven't talked to you in forever. You changed your name again, too. My masculine, sitting up in prison. Poor Scorpio. I do feel bad for him. Because he's an Aquarius rising with a Pisces moon. He could be doing so much, but I'm sure he's sitting behind prison walls manipulating as good as what he can. I mean, you have to learn, dude, he will survive in there because he's the best manipulator I've ever met. The absolute best manipulator I've ever met. And he's taught me a lot about myself, about self respect, about not taking shit. But my Aries energy, he hasn't taught me. The one thing he couldn't take from me is my forgiving nature to let shit go and not want to seek revenge. Because, like I said, if I wanted revenge on people, I could create the biggest tower moments in people's lives, and I don't want to do that. That's how you know, like, I've changed. Because before it was like, F all these narcs. That's how I felt. It's like, y'all know. Y'all know how I feel about narcs. Yep. And one of my prayers have been like, God, like, don't let these manipulators around me, and please expose it even when it starts. I am too. However, my compassion for the disorder has increased a little. Like, I understand they can't fucking change. This is how they've been. I mean, if someone's codependent, I think if they borderline, if they seek help, they can keep those things under control. If they're not seeking help, then some people don't even realize they're doing it. Like, they do it subconsciously. And here's the problem. I'm a cat moon. You try and keep something from me subconsciously. Try it. And watch me go right into the core. They are sad. And like, yeah, like, I have compassion for the disorder. I do. Because they were hurt people too. Just like empaths have been hurt. We had to learn to not overgive. We had to learn, it's okay to receive and not try and change people and think we're going to fix people. We're not fixing nobody. We had to fix ourselves. Now, we can help people. We can guide people. We can be there for people, but we can't control the outcome of what they choose. That's ultimately people's choice, However, we never should take manipulation. We need to cut it off. We need to call it out and cut the manipulation off. Most of us had to learn that with a divine partner. Who I don't know if by this point, I don't know if it was God or if it was Satan that sent them into my life. He had tried to hide a baby and an engagement. So I can't even wait like that. Yeah, I don't either. Should have heard my phone call. Should have heard my phone call. Yeah. A lot of times you will notice things in your own body. And like I said, even like with him being in prison and, all that other kind of stuff, I often wondered if that's why I like my, 12 by 12 room. Might not be a 9 by 9. It's about 3 feet bigger. And I don't have to share it with nobody. Nor do I have a toilet in my room, but I do have a microwave. Like, it's one of those things. I personally have been getting out of the house. I've been doing things. I highly upset he from the contracts that God closed him down. Now he's trapped. She does send her. Oh. Well, I understand why you'd be upset. What are you gonna do? We have all these fuckers have karmics. They do. And I have to think about how many times I've been in a karmic's life to actually expose what they needed to work on. And I had to look inside me as to why I can't let that motherfucker go. And hurt me a lot. And tried to contact me again back in February, wrote me a letter. What is going on around here? Oh, now the chat's, I don't know, it shows that there's 4 people in here. 2 thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Well, you know, whatever works for you, I guess. As far as, you know, I don't have any kind of like those Orisha, none of that stuff. I don't work with any of it. I work with angels, I work with God, that's it. Like, I don't, but if that's in your lineage, feel free, because it's not in my lineage, and I can't step outside of what, if honestly, there's some, from what I was told, there's some deities that if you're not a part of the lineage, you're screwed. Don't even try. You actually be cursing yourself if you do. Always happens to your life streams with the attention. I know. I'm gonna touch that side because it's not my lineage at all with you. Yes, that's what I mean. You actually have the inroad that you can. I don't. So, as you see, I'm really pale. People don't like that. That I even come on here and talk about. You know how many times I've been shut down by people because I'm not the right color of skin? Do you know this? I'm not playing victim here. I don't care. It's just the point, like, I don't understand why we're not looking at people's souls and their hearts. And, you know, we're all a part of this community. From what I knew, God made the creator made everybody every certain color because he wanted diversity in harmony. Well, it's the truth. I was told I wasn't, you know, it is what it is. I don't care. I know my abilities. I know that they're God-given, and I know God put me in this community to help people. And part of it has to do, I think a lot of it honestly had to do with this whole, you know, helping people break away from the codependency in their own lives, deal with our own shit, and then thrive afterward. Give people the, you know, if I can do it, y'all can do it. Pep talk. But I had to do it too. And I have to be that asshole sometimes with people to be like, get you a relationship with God. Start talking to the creator about who God created you to be. Find your purpose. And people just look at me like I'm stupid. Like in public, that pisses me off. I'm annoyed. Forgetting everything from 2000 lessons. God is going to sit. Trust me. The retesting, dude, Saturn doesn't go retrograde for no reason. It's the retesting. You know, and anybody who's helped me or done anything that they've done as far as sending me any kind of donations or anything that you've done, I pray that God blesses everybody back tenfold. Y'all deserve that. So, anybody who's helped me, that goes for exes, that goes for my parents, that goes for anybody in my family, anything that anybody's ever done for me my whole entire life that was to a benefit, I ask God to bless them times 10. I don't want to see humanity hurt. We are here to help heal that. And I think I'm here to kind of trigger the wounds in people right now. Or do you know what I mean? Like people who haven't done the work. To put a mirror up and say, Now my dove is gone. I haven't heard that dove in a while. I haven't heard that dove since probably May or June. Now he's out there cooing. Go figure that one. Oh, guess what? Yeah, I know. I got on your case too, Dustwalkers, because your talents are too valuable to be hiding under a bush. That's why. I don't want to see anybody hide their talents under a bush. A bushel. I'm gonna let our light shine at this point. And if people are trying to dull your shine, I'm gonna let those type of people go. Guess who's home? Yeah, you really can't see her, but yeah. Home inspected, legal, and drivable. My sexy car. So I haven't done a whole shit ton since I've been back because of the blow up. Black Beauty's back. Yes, she is. Actually, it's Black Diamond, but you can call her Black Beauty. I don't mind. Look at this. Like, I'm telling you, I'm organized. I got organized. I have all my stuff. I'm organized. Finally. I think my office is pretty decent too. Yeah, look. Dustwalker, if you saw this, I'm actually going to be in the middle of putting up my swing in here, so this is my new room. My ancestors. Hi, ancestors, how are you? So yeah, my office is all cleaned up. Got all those taxes done. Still waiting for my returns, though. Wonder when they're coming in. Wonder when they're coming in. I need my money, federal government. I already got my state one back. For the 1 year, I don't know where my $57 is from 2017, but still waiting. 4 years worth of taxes all done. Yes, I'm telling you, I've been on a roll, folks. I haven't let down. Oops, sorry. I haven't been letting y'all down. I've actually been busting my ass getting everything done that I've needed to get done since 2017 when everything went to shit. You know? Like, look, I got these plants I have to really get in some soil too. I was going to take them outside and do it last week, and I just didn't. I mean, I got my phone call, and I was going to do it that day, and I was like, ixnay. I'm out. Because that's how I roll. Someone says, hey, I need you now. Someone who never asked for help. First time, actually, I met her in person, but we talk all the time on the phone. I consider her like my bestie. Trying to figure out what I want to make for supper. I have no clue. Liv will be back, but no. What do I want to make for supper? Ah! Jameson! Hi! Kitty says hi. How you doing, buddy? I love you. I love my kitty. The snacks are upstairs. You should notice. They're upstairs. I don't keep them down here. That means you have to come up with me. You give me kisses? Hi. Give me kisses? He did give me a kiss. Look how I handle him. The cat with the bow tie, yes. Jameson. Say hello. Okay. Well, I wanted to show you all the work that I got done. Well, I didn't get to show you all of it, but oh yeah. Here's my other car that I bought. And then, of course, yeah, there's my Cavalier across the street. All three of them. Clean. Oh, sorry, fishies. Hey, guys. Hi. How y'all doing? babies. I gotta soon clean out that tank. Fishies! Here you go. Eat up. Yeah, I lost some fishies over the weekend. A bunch. Very strange. There's my babies. They're the fishies! Yummy, yummy. So yeah, Blue's been a busy girl, you know, and I mean, I really didn't even go anywhere on vacation, you know, this summer. I planned on going on vacation, and it didn't happen because I was always doing something, whether it be building a fence, running around, taking care of my kid because she's an Aquarius and was going through some of that cyclical vomiting thing again. So I spent a bunch of time in the hospital, plus working around my house. Is like, it's been getting everything organized, and I mean, just doing my taxes alone, and I got a lot of stuff done. That's why I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus off of YouTube, because between doing all of that, and then of course I was dating somebody that helped me out a lot. I'm not gonna say he didn't, and I appreciate everything that he did. I'm just not gonna be passively aggressively talked to in any kind of way and or controlled. I'm the last person. I tried to tell this person this. I can't control. You don't own me at all. The only one that owns me, and it's the creator of the universe. That's it. I follow that lead. So, anyway, I'm on here an hour and 22 minutes and 30 seconds. So, tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, I got to take my daughter to a doctor's appointment. She's going to see her neurologist. Might be her neurologist. So I have an appointment at like early in the morning. So I'm going to try and get back here and then do, start with August readings. And yes, I will do Gemini, Pisces, Libra. Poor Libras. And Sagittarius. So, get you guys done first, and then I'll see what other ones I can get on. Either way, I love y'all. It was funny because I'm a Virgo moon. I didn't realize that in my progressed chart at this point. Like, I'm a Virgo moon, which is... And if you watch the Virgo reading, I go off on a fire sign. I don't know who that fucking fire sign is. Kind of know now. Either way, yeah, I love you guys. Y'all take care, and be looking for the uploads. They'll be coming soon. I haven't gone live a whole lot because I haven't had a whole lot to freaking say, you know. It's like, what, come on, keep repeating myself. But I wanted to say congratulations and hang tight, because right now we're in a Uranus Saturn, for you fixed signs out there, we're in a Uranus Saturn, Mercury, and Sun T-square. So hang on tight. At least the eclipses are over, right? And at least we only have 4 planets in retrograde. I think 4 in retrograde right now instead of 7. Or how was it? Yeah, it was 7. We shut down readings in the darkness. Yeah, oh yeah. Yes, they are. Like I said, fella did help me out with some things, but I'm just not gonna be controlled and talked to like I need a father, or passively aggressively trying to get an answer. Like, I don't deal with me direct, or don't deal with me at all. If I tell you something, I fucking mean it the first time. You don't have to keep asking. You want to know who I exactly came to my mind when my kids were like 2, how they would be like, you'd say no, and they'd be like, well, what about this? Like, please, please, please. That's what it reminds me of. And then they throw a temper tantrum when you're in the store, and because you won't buy that candy. Oh, hi, Jack. Here, Jack wants to say hi, too. Hi. He's giving y'all hugs. They need hugs. Give them healing hugs, Jack. Love on them. Yay. Oh, he's been hugged. He was hugging the phone. Do you want to hug the phone? Do you want to hug the phone? He's rubbing his face all over the phone. You have to give them a mom pep talk. I'm nobody. Well, I have my kids, sure. My cat, sure. Not a grown ass fucking man, no. They better be fucking potty trained and learn how to wipe their own ass before they come and knock on my door. Like, I'm not in the business of potty training and behavioral training men, grown ass men. I'm not. Like, I'll see where your character is, and I'll see if you actually try and do this whole freaking passive aggressive thing, in which they all do. And I love you, Jack. At least you don't pull that passive aggressive shit. You just come in and just fly right up on here on the bed, like, here I am, and I ain't going nowhere. You don't pull that, right? You're happy. Yeah, you give me winks. I love my cat. I really do. Mwah. Good kitty. You are such a good kitty. You don't talk back. You don't give me beef. You don't accuse me of nothing. Either way, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Be praying for me. I'll be praying for you. Let's catch back up. I'm gonna go live on 8/8 and do live readings for all the signs. I haven't done a Lightworker Starseed reading for a little bit, so that needs to come out too. So I got a lot of work to do with getting out content. So you guys all enjoy. You all have a good one. Y'all take care. I love you guys. Have a great night. And yeah, congratulations. Passing those tests. Mwah. Bye.